All right, well, without further ado, let's not make the legend wait. It's that Joey Chestnut time of the year, everybody. So, with glory and renown, we have a surprise guest visit from the man, the myth, the legend. Let's welcome Fox Sports Radio Nation. I'm building it up. You like this build up? Joey Chestnut! Welcome to the show, man.
Oh, great to be on with you guys.
Yeah, man. Congrats on everything. I want to talk about what's going on this weekend and all the news, but what's it like for you when you're Joey Chestnut and you just open up social media or just Google News and you see stories about yourself everywhere? Do you read them? Do you care? Do you get excited about that?
Yeah, I care. It's the whole thing's crazy, and it's been a wild ride, and I'm still loving competitive eating, and I don't know where it's going to take me, but I'm all in.
Hey, Joey, does the Nathan's contest even matter now that you're not in it? Is it like just sort of – does it have any cred with no Joey Chestnut in it?
I mean, it's still an awesome contest, 4th of July. It's the way people celebrate people celebrate 4th of July, competitive eating, and their love of hot dogs. So it definitely has a place in my heart. But, dude, they kind of banned me for reasons that still don't make sense. I mean, they can twist and turn it, but they changed the terms of our agreement, and they banned me leaking conversations, and that's the way it went.
Do you think they're going to feel the impact and your value? Because you were sort of the hype man and reason most people tuned in. So is there a part of you that wants them to miss you? It's like you don't want them to carry on and do great without you, right? So what are your feelings about that?
You know, it's like a weird breakup. As soon as a girlfriend says they don't want to be with you anymore, it's like, well, good luck. I'm not trying to make them regret it. I'm moving on, and I'm having a great time. I'm going to celebrate 4th of July, and I'm going to still be eating hot dogs, beef hot dogs.
You know, it's the analogy of the breakup's good because when you break up, you're like, yeah, I wish you well, but not too well. And what's interesting,
it's like us filling in for Dan Patrick. I'm sure he wants us to do well, but not that great.
Not that well.
Right.
Yeah, Joey, would you say of all your highlights back in the day in the world of competitive eating, we were talking about this just the other day. Mid-contest, when some guy jumped on stage and you stiff-armed him mid-hot dog.
Right, put him in a headlock.
Do you feel like that's your best? Is that your coolest moment?
Oh, that was one of the wildest moments. It didn't make sense. I had a broken leg at the time, and it was crazy. Yeah, I remember thinking, dude, what's happening? And once that timer starts, it doesn't stop. So I had to get back to eating and pull out the win.
You know what I love about that? You're in your zone, right? Like you're so in your zone, and it was just a natural reaction because most people don't know how they would react in the moment, and your natural reaction was that of an action star. So I give you a lot of credit for that. Joey Chestnut, the badass. Like, because I don't know what I would have done in that moment. I really don't. Ask them to leave politely. Who knows?
I'm sure you would have done it because I've been training for that event for almost 2 months, and I wasn't going to let anybody get in between me and the dogs.
Now, let's break this down because we heard that you weren't doing the Nathan's competition, right? We heard this, but then a few weeks before, maybe even about a month before, we heard that Kobayashi was retiring to focus on his health. Then out of nowhere, we read you guys are doing this big Netflix special. Was that Labor Day weekend?
Labor Day.
Yeah.
This Labor Day. You're doing this big Netflix deal. So a part of me, and I'm just saying how I felt in that moment, felt like, what, did he have this up his sleeve the whole time? How did that work out? Give us the scoop.
Yeah, we've been working on, me and Kobayashi have been talking for over a year, trying to figure out a way to do it. And he had a falling out with Major League Eating and Nathan's years ago, and I was hopeful there was a way we could I could do this event, and I was excited. It's a big deal. It's like my biggest rivalry, my biggest rival ever. And,
does he have a shot? Like, I know he's your
excited.
greatest competition. He's one of the biggest names out there, but in reality, does he have a chance to beat you?
Oh my God! I don't want to think. If there's one person crazy enough to do it, to push themselves to that crazy limit, it's him. And like you said, he was putting out this information like he was going to retire, and that came out right because he was also Dude, it took him a while to sign the contract, and then he told his manager and told my manager that he's all in. He's trying to go for records, and I believe that way more than believing that he was ever close to retiring.
Joey, this is your own personal, private sort of deal, but I'm imagining your Netflix deal to do this was big. Does it matter how many people watch, or do they just work out one sort of contract with you?
I'm not usually I don't talk about contracts, but it is I think there's a prize involved, which will be the biggest prize in competitive eating.
Nice. All right, cool.
Okay.
And it's the biggest showdown ever.
Nice.
And it's and Netflix is not messing around. They're making this biggest hot dog eating contest ever.
Let me tell you, I mean, Netflix got the cash, so I could only imagine. Joey Chestnut hanging with Covino and Rich here on Fox Sports Radio. Now, you said Kobayashi and you both have beef, no pun intended, with competitive eating, with Major League Eating. That would be like the NFL saying, yo, Mahomes, Josh Allen, like, yeah, we don't need you. A big mistake. Is there someone still in that world that maybe you mentored or something? Like, is there an up-and-comer? Because I don't know anyone besides you, Kobayashi. I remember back in the day we interviewed a guy, Crazy Legs Conti. Is there like some new guy that anyone should even look out for?
There's some awesome eaters. There's a guy out of Australia. He's very, very good. And this guy, he's a sweetheart, good dude. I would hate to see the mustard belt leave America, but there's a very good chance it'll be going to Australia. There's a guy out of Boston, very, very good dude, Jeff Esper, nice guy. He's capable of mid-50s, and it's one of those things. I'm talking to these guys, and now that I'm not there, they feel like it's time for them to. They can hopefully get their personal best, and I understand that they feel like they can spread their wings because they have a chance.
We remember reading that Esper said if he won, he'd put an asterisk next to the victory because he wasn't competing against the best. That had to make you feel good.
Oh, he's a great dude. He's a class act, and we messaged each other, and I have a spot for him. He's a nice guy.
Hey, Joey, what's second in line as far as, like, we get excited about the hot dog contests and everything. So what's second after that as far as competition in Major League Eating? What's the next big thing that you think might blow up after hot dogs?
Oh, after hot dogs, well, they just had a bologna eating contest in May. And it was pretty awesome. They actually almost got it on ESPN.
Wait, Rich might have the all-time record. Didn't you go up just eating bologna sandwiches, Rich?
Well, dude, I think I hold the record in 1989. Third grade record.
That's all his mom made for him.
Yeah, Joey, let me ask you this. If you are to recommend the right way to eat a hot dog, like if you're not, dipping them in water and, shoving them down your throat, winning records and money and breaking all these, breaking these records, are you grilling it on the barbecue? Do you like a boiled hot dog, or is that gross to you? Like, if you would actually try to enjoy a dog, how does Joey Chestnut eat it? And what do you put on it? Mustard, ketchup, relish, some of those red New York City onions? Like, what's a Joey Chestnut perfect dog?
Yeah, dude, a boiled hot dog grinds my gears. I love a flat top griddle. I like charcoal and grill. When we can taste the charcoal a little bit. Toppings, raw onions, mustard. I love going to Southern California, getting the street dogs wrapped in bacon with onions and peppers and even mayonnaise on there. So
yes. Salmonella.
But you're absolutely right. For pleasure, I'm not dipping those things in water.